So let's continue to unwrap the whole endeavor of the spiritual seeking. Why we are looking for different mind states other than what we experience every day, what I would say everyday human mind states. Why we are seeking for transcendent experiences? Why, once we experience the transcendent experience, the transcendent mind state, why we keep reaching to re-experience it? What is not enough in this very moment with this mind state that is present right now? What is not enough that we reach for something more? Because everyday experience and a mind state, like right now at this moment, there is a mind state. You're watching me and I'm talking, and there is a mind state. Just notice that mind state. What is not enough in that mind state? It's complete in itself. It's as divine as any other higher consciousness mind states. It's as amazing creation of consciousness as any other mind state. It was created in the same way as any other mind states. It's a consciousness creation. It's divine and spiritual in its core. We call these mind states going through life mundane. These mundane mind states, as spiritual as any other more higher transcendent mind states. If you will be able to see this very beauty, this very divinity, this very spirituality, everything that you are trying to achieve through different mind states, you are already achieving. Just being who you are at this very moment with this very mind state. It's a divine creation. It's enough and complete in itself and just needed to be seen as such. And because we don't see it as something valuable, as something divine, we discount it and look for something else. And because of that looking for something else, we constantly feel not enough. We constantly feel this longing. Longing for something else. And we think it's better. Because what we live right now, we don't like. We don't like because mind judge. This is not good enough. Imagine if mind will not judge this very moment. Good enough. And the next moment, good enough. And the next moment, good enough. And when moment by moment by moment it's good enough, there is no leaning or longing to seek, because it's good enough. It's what is, and we can just rest in it. If you see every mind state as interesting, at least interesting, I'm not asking you to see it as divine, though it is, and you will see it eventually. If you proceed in this line of practice, let's call it practice, if you proceed in this way, if you start to see your own life, every moment, every mind state, every feeling, every experience as interesting, it is constantly changing. It arises right from the consciousness itself. It is the whole matrix of everything. You can't really isolate one from another. You can't really isolate mind state from the feeling. Mind state includes the feeling. The feeling includes mind state. They inform each other. And we can actually see the feeling as a part of a mind state. You can see how you constantly live something interesting. It's changing. It may be not comfortable even, but it's interesting. At least it's not boring. When there is no change, which cannot even be, but if something not visibly changing for a long time, we have this mind state of boredom. Even that is interesting because it's a different mind state. Start to notice the mind states. How every moment is a different mind state, and maybe you won't notice it right away, the change every moment. Notice every 10 minutes, half an hour, an hour. You can call it mood. I woke up and I was in some kind of mood, or I call it mind state. There is a mind state there already. You wake up and there is a mind state. Notice it. What did you do to create that mind state when you woke up? You just woke up. You were unconscious. You suddenly become relatively conscious, and you already have a mood or mind state. So can you see that mind states have nothing to do with your effort, your expectations, your wish? I wish to wake up and feel joyful, and for example, I wake up and feel different. That mind state is just there. And so through the day, you just notice how the mind states arise and they pass away, and then arise and they pass away. And you will start to notice all these different mind states. And you will see how life is, as a human being, it's change of the mind states, if we can look from this perspective. Today we'll look from the perspective mind state. You will see how it's a collection of different mind states through the day. If you start to be very curious, if you start to be very attentive, like a scientist, when he looks at whatever he studies, is very curious. He's very passionate to study. He's very passionate to look deep and be engaged and find some properties, some functions. Scientists, no wonder we call mad scientists, because the scientists get so passionate about the subject they explore. So I want to invite you to explore yourself in your very everyday experience. So you will be so engaged and so passionate to study and know more about you, how you operate, what kind of mind states are there. So you get so passionate about it and so you so engaged that you don't have time for mind to wander and believe that you want something different, that you want different mind states, and preferably something transcendent for a while. Though exploring transcendent mind states are also very interesting, sure. And if you had this experience, and I'm sure a lot of people who watching me, they had all kinds of transcendent experiences. We're all long-term spiritual seekers. My goal, I didn't know I have this goal, but talking about this, I understood that my intent is to inspire you to be inspired by the regular, everyday mind states that are as much spiritual and divine as any transcendent, higher consciousness mind state. So you can explore transcendent mind states through meditation, through different chemical compounds, whatever people doing right now, ayahuasca and other plants. You can explore that. I did explore almost everything in spirituality. Because as a scientist, you are so passionate about the subject, you're so interested that you want to explore everything. You don't want to get stuck in one particular exploration. Though nobody will hold you from being that mad scientist. Our intent together, intention, is to relax as you are. Notice the beauty you are. Give yourself a space to be who you are. Because constant seeking requires a lot of energy. You put energy into seeking. You put money into seeking. You put all your attention into seeking. And it's all somewhere in the future. And what my intention is that you explore right here, right in your own life, without waiting for the next transcendent experience, without waiting for the next retreat or some engagement where you will feel that you're doing spiritual practice and you are closer to awakening. Where awakening is right here. To wake up and to notice the mind state and to notice that you were not the creator of that mind state. It's already there. Is a moment of awakening. And so moment by moment like this, you will relax more into your own being. And your life being absolutely enough for your mind to learn about yourself, to explore. So you would not spend the energy and your attention on trying to find something which is in the future. Return your attention to this very moment. This very moment contains everything. Everything that you're looking for, it's in this very moment. It's complete. It's divine, spiritual. And that's what you're looking for. To experience the completeness completeness only can be here and in this very moment. Thank you for listening and giving me the opportunity to do this work.